Hi, this is going to be a brief video about explaining what bounce rate is on a website. So we're looking at Google Analytics here, and this is something that if you don't have it, it's absolutely free and we can help you install it. But it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's absolutely critical to your online and offline business success. And we're going to have a look at the breakdown of the audience here. And so on the dashboard you can see that you've got the number of visits, number of unique visits, which is what you should care about, and ultimately this is the bounce rate. So a bounce rate simply means that they came to your site, they looked at the pages or the page, and they left without taking any action at all. In other words, unless there's an exception to the rule, which I'll cover in just a moment, they really dislike your pages immensely. And so if you've got a average of 40% bounce rate, well, that is literally, as I say, average, and so that definitely can be improved. If you've got over 40%, as you can see in this example here, 55.38% is not great, and if you get anything more than that, you've got some serious issues. So it is something you have to take seriously. There's really only two different reasons why you will have a high bounce rate. One is that your advertising is not targeted to specific pages that are the most relevant to the visitors, the conversation they're having in their head, and so therefore when they land, they just don't see what they expect. So if you were advertising dog training and they came to a page that was obviously talking about cats, well, as obvious as that might seem that you wouldn't do that, there's a lot of people who do something similar, so it's not going to work and they're going to leave. So it simply means they don't click anywhere else. But there's just one other example that I'll show you here, because it breaks down lots of different parts of your website, and there's other parts as well, but this just shows you the breakdown of direct traffic, organic traffic, social, and referral. So direct is simply where they mainly know your name. It can come from email marketing as well, because that's not tracked unless you do something differently. And banner ads are the same thing. But organic search means the left-hand side of Google more often than not, unless you're using Bing or Yahoo. Social, of course, is social media, and referrals are, well, as the name suggests, referrals or affiliates. So you can see the bounce rate here and how it varies per type of traffic, and I don't have the time to go down into all the different categories here, but you can look at bounce rate on Google AdWords, which is pay per click, the top shaded boxes of Google and down the right hand side, and you can look at it for all your social media activity where they come to your website, which is what you should be doing anyway. And so you can break this down in all the different parts that you can see on the left hand side. You do have to set up goals, but simply you have to take some positive action to improve the user experience if you've got a high bounce rate, unless you are literally intending to send people to one page from an advert and you make money. And you don't care if they bounce off them, but if you've got a blog and they're reading your blog and leaving, the question is, did you make any money from that? Because if you didn't, or you got no call to action, then you're basically just, well, not taking advantage of what you could be, and your business is not profiting as much as it could be. So I hope that helps, and we will talk to you soon.